All right, you guys, we are on chapter 11, which is all about fills. So let's jump right in. Lesson 11.1 is why do we need fills? Of course, our natural lashes are growing out, therefore our extensions fall out and our natural lashes are falling out. So fills are for your clients to come back and fill in those gaps. The purpose of them, to maintain the fullness or the entire look of the set you're creating. Obviously, it helps make the lash sets last longer. Every fill, you can switch things up. Obviously, it can't go from like a long cat eye set to like a short wispy set in one fill, but you can tweak things here and there and get to the next look that the client wants to try out. And they're really cost effective because obviously full sets, you're gonna be paying the full price. And if you wait for them to fall out and then come back in to get another full set, that's gonna add up way more than if you are maintaining them with fill pricing. Fills versus full sets. So obviously full sets are longer, fills are typically shorter. The goal of a full set is a fresh start, of course, the first start. Fills is to maintain what they have or to slightly tweak it as they go. Full sets are more expensive, fills are cheaper, of course. Full sets is about once every 4 weeks. That would be considered a full set. Sometimes clients can go 5-6 weeks, but typically 4 weeks is for most people. Fills are basically anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks, but no matter when they come in, they should have about 40% of their extensions left. Online, and hopefully we'll pop it up here, it is a little chart of seeing what 40% looks like because it's kind of hard to tell when you're first starting out. Basically, whenever their 40% kind of happens, that's when you want to suggest they come in for a fill. So again, everyone's cycle is different, everyone's retention is different. So some clients can go 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks even. It just depends. You guys need to communicate about it and you can check obviously as the professional. Lesson 11.2 is how to perform a fill. So it's very simple. You go, step 1 is to do your cleansing prep if you have that, which is what we just talked about in the earlier chapter, your lash shampoo, protein remover, primer. Step 2 is client preparation. So that's just everything we've been talking about, the gel pads with the tape, whatever else that you need to set up. Step 3, assessment and removal. This is when I look at the lashes, or we can look at the extensions and see what's grown out. We like to pop those off. That's very important. And 11.3 is how to remove outgrown extensions. So imagine this is a natural lash. The fan will sit on the lash as it grows out. So imagine this is like halfway up on the natural lash. You need to take that off. Anything I would say halfway or higher, you for sure need to take off. But even I would say anything over 4 or 5 millimeters up on the natural lash, you can start to determine if you want to pop it off. But halfway or higher up on that natural lash, you gotta pop it off. For me, there's a couple ways to do this. You can banana peel, which is, let's say the fan sitting up here. You can grab the fan and kind of just pull lash off, one lash off by one lash off. That takes a little longer for me personally. Some artists love doing that. What I like to do is I use my tweezer. I grab one of the tweezers on the bottom, typically the straight isolation that I use or an isolation, and then I grab the fan with the other tweezer, and then I just pop it off. I make sure that the pressure on the natural lash is really strong though, because if not, then it is going to hurt your clients and they're gonna feel you popping it off. But they should not feel it at all if you are keeping the pressure on the natural lash nice and strong. You should be able to just pop it off and it'll come right off. If any are twisting or turning, especially like wispy sets, we see that a lot with fills, go ahead and take those off. You can put a new wisp, and then you pretty much carry on the whole lashing process the same as you would a full set. So you isolate, you apply, of course, you blend the whole thing, you do your final inspections with checking for stickies and brushing it out, making sure everything's good, and then you have the post-appointment ritual that you have, which could be super bonder, lash baths, fanning, misting, all of that, and you're all good to go. So pretty much like a normal appointment, the only difference is you're going to add in that step of looking at the extensions and removing all the outgrown ones. I think great after appointment reminders is just letting them know, basic aftercare if they're newer. If not, then they should know. Reminding them that they should be cleaning their lashes. So if they need to buy a shampoo from you, now's the time. remind them not to touch or pick or rub at their lashes. And then I think most important is for them to book their fills if they are trying to maintain it. For me, my clients just always ask right after appointment to book. It's just kind of become the normal for my clients and I. So they just let me know and they book right after, which I really love and prefer, so that I don't have to answer texts as much. And they usually book out for months, my clients. So that's awesome, and that's personally how I love it. But again, 11.3 is the removal of outgrown extensions. It's easier than you think. It's really scary when you first start out, but I promise you, once you get it down, it's really satisfying. I just pop right off, and we'll be playing the video somewhere here too. Lesson 11.4 is foreign fills. So this is your decision if you want to be an artist that takes foreign fills or not. Foreign fills are basically when you do a fill off of another artist's work. So they got their full set or their last fill by somebody else, and now they're coming to you for a fill. Some artists just reject this altogether because they rather start on a blank slate and have it all their work. I will say it is because we lash all differently, and yeah, we just lash all differently. So it's kind of harder sometimes to work on someone else's work. You're just not familiar with it. It could be totally fine and perfect work. It's just the not being familiar with it that makes it a little bit hard. Some things that do come with foreign fills sometimes could be fixing poor application or bad retention, navigating unknown products, adhesives, you're not as comfortable with it, blending unfamiliar styles with your look or what the client wants, and then spending more time assessing and customizing than actually doing the service or actually doing application. I do find that foreign fills can be a little bit longer for me, for sure. It doesn't even mean the foreign fill is terrible. It's just you're not familiar with the work. So those are a couple of things to consider. I would say if you are going to be an artist that does foreign fill, which I am because I really don't mind it, definitely do an assessment. I like to just go dig up in those lashes first. Take any stickies apart if there are any, take any outgrowns as with a normal fill, and just ask them what they're looking for. And I always let them know if what they're asking for of me can be doable with the set that they have, or if not, then how long it'll take and what the plan is to get there. Like we said with the product compatibility, they're obviously probably going to use different lashes, different adhesives, and that can give you different textures, different retention, all that jazz. So make sure you just communicate with your client and try to work your best around it. You can definitely mix lash trays and curls. Again, it's all customizable, so don't worry about how curly their lashes are, if it's going to flatten out or whatnot. Just let your clients know this could be a process to build to get us to the point of what my normal full sets look like. Communication is key, as with any relationship, so let your clients know what to expect and work on it together. Lesson 11.5 is removals. So removals are very important. Every artist should know how to do a removal. We would say it's not necessarily safest for a client to do it by themselves at home, so they should be getting it done professionally with you. But it is very easy. Why removals are important is because old extensions can weigh down the natural lash or twist them over time, especially if they're done in an unhealthy manner, or if lengths are too long for the natural lashes, etc., etc. You might need to do a removal. Some clients, they just want a removal after having lashes for a while. They want to kind of let their lashes breathe a little. They want to rub their face. So it's just client comfort options. And then it's really important because it can give you a blank canvas. If you do need to remove, let's say, a foreign fill, or if it's just time to do a fresh set, which some clients do love, some of my clients do enjoy that too, then that's what it's for. So first, as always, consultation, just let them know what you're gonna do. I just let the client know, okay, I'm just gonna set you up, pop the remover on. It should take 10, maximum 15 minutes. I'm gonna just let you sit there while it seeps in, and then I'll wash the lashes after and you'll be all good. So prep the client, have them lay down. I do like to put the gel pad only. You could do gel pad tape, you could do tape, you could do whatever you want, but I like to do the gel pad. Then I go ahead and use a lip applicator, grab some of my remover, coat the base of the extensions because that's where the adhesive is. Let it sit, usually 5-10 minutes with our removers are good. Then I gently remove the lashes off. For me, I take 2 lip applicators, I clamp the lashes and I kind of pull them off, and they should just come right off. Anything that is being a little bit more stubborn, I can recoat with the remover. I also can use my tweezers and just kind of banana peel or just hold the natural lash like I do with a outgrown pop off, and I just remove the fan too. And yeah, it's pretty easy. I'm never pulling or tugging at their lashes. Again, you hold it strong and everything should come off. Repeat as needed. So if there are stubborn ones, just coat it real good, and then you definitely want to make sure you cleanse their lashes. For me, the tip and trick that I have, because sometimes when remover and all of that gets into their eyes, it can irritate or burn. So what I do is I lift their lashes up like this, you guys. I use the lip applicator, almost like a lash lip, and I just push the lashes up and get all that excess out first. Then I go in with actually a primer, and I do the same thing, lift the lid, push it all the way off, remove all the excess, and then I do a lash shampoo. And my clients always tell me there's no burning, no irritation, no nothing with that. Sometimes you can even skip over the shampoo step. If they are just going about their day and they're not getting a fresh set, I just use that primer because again, it removes all the, residue, dirt, oils, etc. I get it up there good, I blow dry, and they can just walk right out. Their eyes are never stinging or anything, and that's a really great tip and trick I have. And yeah, I mean, aftercare, your clients can use serums, lash extension safe serums, regularly while they have extensions, after they have extensions. Serums are just a great way to promote natural health growth. Lesson 11.6 is a video on how to do a removal, which will play all around here, but it's really easy, it's really simple. It's something that shouldn't take really longer than 15 minutes, and you can charge for it. We'll talk about pricing, I believe, in a little bit later, but it's a service that everyone should have, and it doesn't take too much effort, and you can make some money off of it. And then that's it. I think these later chapters are a little shorter, so that is all for chapter 11, you guys. Everything about fills. Pause right now, go to the course, go ahead and take your quiz. Make sure you get 100% because you're gonna need 100% on all quizzes to fulfill your course, and that is one of the things that we need in order to issue a certification. So make sure you're testing yourself, make sure you're digesting everything, rewatch things if you need. Definitely go on the course because there's videos there too, more resources for you. And that's all for chapter 11. I will see you in chapter 12 for post appointments.